friends. I'm Wesley, Cooking with Wesley. Come on into my kitchen. So today I will be preparing for you barbecue rib tips, barbecue chicken, baked beans, and potato salad. Ordinary food with a little touch of love. So these are my rib tips. They've been washed and cleaned. So usually what I add to my rib tips to make them so good, I add a little bit of soy sauce. And you can use any brand, but I try to marinate my rib tips. Add a little bit of garlic salt. I know it looks like a lot, but it's in a pot. Once I mix it, it'll be perfect. And some seasoning salt. And this right here is a barbecue seasoning. It works really good on beef ribs and pork ribs. So I'm gonna add just a little of that because all you need is a little bit of that. That goes a long way. And I forgot my trusty pepper. So we're gonna add that pepper there. And then take my ring off. And then we're gonna just mix this. Get all those mixed together. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna spray our pan. You can either do these two ways. You can grill them or you can do them in the oven. Whatever your choice and your flavor is, it doesn't really matter. They still come out really great. But today, I'm gonna do these in the oven. And I'm gonna show you how they come out oven style first. And then we add a little bit of lemon, little touch of lemon juice. Just put it in there on the ribs before you put them in the oven. So the rib tips are already seasoned really good. I put a little pinch of lemon in there. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop them in this pan right here. We're gonna put those in there. And then we're gonna take a little bit of onion. Just a little bit of onion. They don't have to be cut so big, so small. I just want the chives off the back, really. Let's give it some flavor. And what we're gonna do with this, I'm gonna add just a little touch of water and then we're gonna pop it into the oven. So I'm gonna add some more of these to this. It just gives it flavor. And then we're gonna pop this in the oven. And we're gonna go from there. Then we're gonna start on the baked beans, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna prepare my baked beans. And I'm gonna show you what I'm using my baked beans. So I'm gonna put them in here. You can either do them on the stove or in the oven. It's whatever you prefer. I prefer to do them in the oven. I'm gonna get these cooked, and they cook so good either way. Add the last can of the beans in there. And what I usually do, I usually add a stick of margarine to my beans. A whole stick, yes I do, a whole stick. And I add my butter, my margarine, and then brown sugar. I add my brown sugar. I'm not really a white sugar fan. White sugar to me seems to be a little bit more sweeter than brown sugar. So I add brown sugar. And I know it looks like a lot, but it's really not. And I'm gonna mix this a little bit. And then we're gonna pop this in the oven. And then I'm gonna show you once it's ready how it actually really looks, and it's gonna taste amazing. But with that being said, even though I add that, I do add something a little special. And usually what I add, it just all depends on the occasion. I'll add some ground beef to my baked beans. Get that in there. I drain the grease off of it so it won't be greasy. And I add this ground beef. Mix that really good, and then I'm gonna pop that into the oven as well. And while this and the rib tips are cooking, I'm gonna prepare my chicken. My chicken, I usually do not, a lot of times, do it in the oven. But ordinary food with a little touch of love. Because back in the day, all the time, our barbecue chicken came out the oven. So don't act brand new because I'm putting it in the oven. Because a lot of us ate it like that. So I'm going to mix this up and we're going to put this in the oven. And we'll see how this turns out. So I got my chicken seasoning. I got my onions in there. I got seasoned salt, garlic sauce, soy sauce, and black pepper. So now I'm gonna put it in my pan, which I have my pan already sprayed with olive oil. And I'm going to pop this in the oven, and then we're gonna check on the baked beans. Ordinary food with a little touch of love. Okay, so now we're gonna put the chicken in the pan here. So I can pop that in the oven. Look at that. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit. I got the soy sauce in there and seasoning salts and stuff. And we're gonna take the beans out, but we're gonna wait a little with the chicken because I like the chicken to sit for a while, at least for maybe 5-10 minutes before I put it in the oven so it can soak up all the seasonings. But what I am gonna do is pull out the baked beans and we're gonna see where we go from there. These are the beans and they're cooking really good. Look at that. They're not dry, no juicy. And then our rib tips over here are cooking really good. So we're gonna let that cook a little more and we'll be back with that. I took the beans out and this is how they look. They look pretty good here. And I know they're gonna taste fantastic. So the beans are ready. So we're gonna pop in the chicken. I'm gonna let this cool down some. And then we're gonna start on the potatoes. So the eggs are done. So I'm gonna begin to make my potato salad. I don't have my potatoes in there yet, but I tend to sometimes cut up my eggs first, put my onions in, and before I start doing my potatoes. So I'm gonna get this out the way first, so that way we can start with some potato salad. And right about now, everything is turning out exactly like I wanted it to. I haven't burned anything, and nothing hasn't stuck. So we're gonna add the onions. I still don't have my potatoes in there, but I'm gonna put my onions in there. And then I'm gonna add my olives, because I do add olives to my potato salad. We're gonna get those in there. And then we're gonna add the potatoes. Mind you now, I know it's ordinary food with a little touch of love. And back then they used relish and probably Miracle Whip, and the potato salad was super sweet. Well, as I stated from the beginning of my very first video, I'm not really too fond of a lot of sweets and a lot of sugar. And a lot of people tend to say they don't like potato salad because they don't like sweet potato salad. So I tend to not use sweet pickle relish, and I tend to not use Miracle Whip or whatever mayonnaise it is to make the potato salad sweet. I just use regular mayonnaise. And so with the flavor from, I tend to say, the baked beans and the potato salad together with no sugar. So the potatoes are ready, so I'm gonna cut the potatoes and put them in here. They're a little hot. I ran them under cold water to stop the cooking process, but it's okay. They're not that hot. They just got a lot of steam to look like they're hot. But anyway, we're gonna get this potato salad up and going. So, with that being said, we're gonna check on our rib tips in a few and find out. Do you know but, the word but, is a negative word? Did you know that? Keep recording. you know, when you use the word but, it's really negative because when you say something, you say but. Like, I'm making potato salad and I'm gonna put bell pepper in it, but you just negative out the whole thing. So, you know what I mean? So, you're not supposed to speak like that. So, I said that because I use that word, and just like when they be like, that's a filler. Like, I said, that's a filler. So, and I use that a lot. So we're gonna cut with the chase. I got my onions, my olives, and I'm cutting up the potatoes in here, and we're gonna make this potato salad do what it do, without the like, the but, and so I have my potatoes in there now, and of course I put my olives and my onions and my eggs in there. So I'm gonna add the mayonnaise, and like I said, I don't use sweet pickle relish and I don't use sweet mayonnaise because I don't like a lot of sugars. Not that I like a lot of salts either. It's not that all my food is salt. And sugar sometimes does bring a balance to when you're eating foods with salt. And I do like that salt sweet when it's necessary. But when it's potato salad, I don't particularly like potato salad. So what I did growing up, my mom used to always make potato salad. I figured if I'm gonna make potato salad and eat potato salad, I didn't want it sweet because I don't like potato salad. So I made my own type of twist on it so I can eat it. And so I don't use sweet mayonnaise. So we're gonna get this in there. Get that mayonnaise in there. I'm gonna mix this. Get it mixed really good. Get everything all mixed up. And it's gonna be really good. And a lot of people tend to like my potato salad. I did do a party. Well, actually some people did a party and they catered me for my potato salad. So thumbs up for that. So where some people are like, I've never had potato salad without sweet pickles, or I've never had potato salad without sweet mayonnaise. You know, just try something different sometimes, you know? You never know. And then I'm gonna put some more green onions in here so I can get so it can have a little green in it. Some people put mustard in theirs. I don't. They do it for the color. I don't care that my potato salad looks white because it's always good. Okay, so now that I have the potato salad made, I know it's not a lot. I didn't really make a lot. And then I'm gonna add paprika on top to give it that. They're done, and they're tender. They taste good. And I usually do them on the grill or I do them in the oven, but I usually do them on the grill because I like that sear on there. And the chicken is still in the oven. It is 1 o'clock in the morning here, and I went to class and I got out about 8:30. So it's taking a little bit longer because then we have to be up in the morning because we're having a family picnic tomorrow. And so then I have to take a drive. But with that being said, the chicken is there. We do know that we have the rib tips done. We have the baked beans that are ready. We have the potato salad that is ready. So the chicken is ready. I put the sauce on it. I just need to put it back in the oven so the sauce can cook on the chicken. But other than that, all the food is prepared. All the food is ready to go. It's just ordinary food with a little touch of love.